Hey, welcome everyone to another of our European Siege podcasts. We'll start with introductions as usual. Let's go top down, guys.
Casper DK addicted.
Shiro Death Factory.
Cass.
Cash from enemy, sorry.
Zorlak from enemy.
One uproot from Harmony.
Heavenly from Chaos.
KHAOS Rise.
Yeah, sorry, Blade Lancer from Hydon.
Okay, Rickles is AFK. To death, Leviathan.
Lone Wolf Millennium.
Oh my god.
Valencia from Misanthropolis.
Vertigo from Misanthropolis.
Amara Morghulis.
Calpheon PD Senior Officer Wayne.
Fox, Oldskool.
Luna from Resilience.
Odds Resilience.
Eridanus from Rocinante.
Valkyrie ShadowElite.
Xenocrat ShadowElite.
Octo.
Octo. Yeah, me, Octo.
Chalice over it.
Freya boss.
Alright, guys, so let's talk about Serendia first, I guess. It was the fastest siege of today, I think. Can guys of Misanthropolis shine some light on it? Because I was told that it was basically a 1v1 of Ragnarok versus Harmony.
Yep.
So you guys didn't participate at all or something?
No, we did not. Unless some, maybe a few kills.
Alright, so Wanaport, you want to take this one? Because Ragnarok isn't here. They said they had like 70 people or something.
Yeah, I'm not sure how many they had. There were quite a few. Like, they were definitely more than us. Like what I got to know that apparently Ragnarok wanted to team up against us with Misanthropolis, but Misanthropolis declined.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, and then we took them down in like 35 minutes. And then we had a 1v1 against Misanthropolis also. Then I think the siege ended in like an hour and 10 minutes. It was fun. I just don't know why it's Ragnarok. I wanted to ask them some questions. Yeah, there is no also of them if they are not here.
So I heard that you guys are not a 40-man guild anymore. So what's up with that?
Well, we were 55 a few days ago, but Wasted Guildmaster is AFK, inactive for weeks now, and they decided to disband, and they chose us to be merged into. And like they joined us with like 14 to 15 people. And yeah, the plans are to reach like 75 and have static 60 attendance. That's like the goal.
How many were you today?
Today we were 13. We were 56.
That's pretty good.
Getting close to his third there on Broad.
No. We're gonna move to we will move to a castle territory when we feel like we have to settle things down, and then we're gonna move to castle territory.
Nice, nice.
Do you
Yeah,
still
do
plan
it on your own time. Take it easy.
Do you still plan on doing your own thing, or will you be making alliances and stuff?
I'm gonna make an alliance against you, Zork, anytime. Oh,
I'm just wondering
was it
because
Dalcon?
it's super hard, like being a kind of medium-sized guild and still doing KHAOS sieges.
Well, I'm not sure if 60 is medium size. Like already a bit more than what we had. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you guys were also 55 people, and you guys were doing sieges.
so-
of course, there was a
yeah.
difference, but you know.
And I'm talking from experience. It is hard. It's frustrating, and you want to get zerged unless you have an ally or something like that. So I'm just wondering
Yeah,
if you
that's
guys are gonna
fine. I
continue
mean,
what
we
you're
got
doing.
Zerg regardless on the potato fields or at siege. So.
I appreciate it. It's going to be fun seeing what you guys can do.
Yeah, thanks.
Do you plan the capping at 75? Or 70?
Well, we wanna be like 75. We need some berserkers and Musamevas. That's what we lack now. Like we got like 10 witch wizards from Wasted. That was pretty fun.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
I mean, like, do you plan on just keep recruiting, or like 75
No,
is your
no.
perfect?
No, Yeah, we don't want to go up to hundreds. As I said, we want like aesthetic 60 attendance would be the dream, the goal.
Yeah, that's very good. Like I hope you guys can succeed in what you do.
Thanks.
Just to ask something about the siege, 40 minutes seems like a pretty fast time for 70-man people, 70-man guild, I mean. How did you take them out so fast?
Ragnarok. I mean, I'm not sure. Like as I said, when our elephants got ready and we got a hole in their base, then it was pretty much over because our witches and wizards just circled around their base and they couldn't leave. At the choke point, we just had our berserkers, walkers, and sorcerers spamming their backhoe and rage, and it took us like 3 to 4 pushes, and then. But till then, it was hard, like because of the numbers. I think they have like many, not sure, weak members. I'm not sure if they are weak, or they're not really sticking together in a fight. I mean, Ragnarok.
So basically, you finished them off in like one last push?
No, it took us like 3 to 4 pushes after we took down the barricades and made a hole. It
Alright,
was,
gotcha.
still.
Any more questions on this, guys? Guess not. So let's move to Valencia siege. This one is kind of curious. It was a fight between Resilience and Addicted. I'm pretty sure that everyone would want to know why Addicted chose this one, Casper. So will you go ahead?
Why we chose to go to Valencia?
Yep.
Well, we thought that there would be a good fight in Valencia. Basically, we knew Soren was giving up the territory Mediah, so that kind of ruled out to go there. And then it was like between Calpheon and Valencia. And honestly, we don't have a good experience with playing in Calpheon with FPS and other stuff, so we chose Valencia and just went there to see what was gonna go on. And then only apparently Resilience was there, which was kind of funny.
You didn't expect it?
Well, obviously we expected you to be there, but we
No,
expected
only
that
us.
to be. Yeah, no, we didn't. We thought that, of course, Millennium and Morghulis was gonna be there also, but apparently they weren't.
Surprise!
Yeah, kind
Would
of.
you have considered going Mediah if Sovereign wasn't gonna drop it?
Maybe, yeah. Like we kind of want to keep fighting the strong opponents, obviously, since that's the only reason or the only time we can get better is fighting someone that's stronger than yourself. And but we didn't really want to go into their giving up the territory, and yeah.
Casper, how old are you?
I'm 30. How old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay. What's up, young one?
Oh, you lost by 1 odds.
Yeah, I don't think it's a well loss, but yeah.
Okay. From top to bottom, like ages. Come on, was it the top? Okay. Shiro, Kaz, so like, come on, ages.
23.
Too personal, man. Too personal.
Yeah, what the fuck?
So what's up, boss? What do you want?
So young.
Nothing. It's just that your voice is very very mature. You sound you sound old. You know, like Ozoria. He sounds
It's
old.
voice changer. That's fine.
Yeah, probably. It's very deep voice, but that's a good answer. But it is like watching the news. You know, everything is very politically correct. I agree with what you say, but if you want my opinion, I think that Sovereign said whoever of a bigger guild comes to Mediah, they will face us because we won't give it to a bigger guild. Calpheon, you knew enemy and Oldskool would be there. And I think Valencia was just the easier map.
Well, I don't know if it's the easier map, but like
the easier choice, not the map wise or castle wise.
That's, I don't know. I guess somewhat, yeah, I can see your point.
Have you considered, giving Sovereign a poke? Like, we would like to fight you again. Don't go, please, don't go.
Fight us?
Yeah?
Yeah, you just come over. Like,
What?
we're not going anywhere.
No. Have you considered giving Sovereign a poke?
About
Before,
what?
like, to fight? Like you said, you want
we
to
fought
fight
them
someone.
last week, and you saw how that went.
Yeah, but I asked, the previous question I asked is, if Sovereign wouldn't have left Mediah, would you have considered going there? And you said maybe. So then my follow-up question is, have you considered giving Sovereign a poke?
A poke?
Yeah, like poke. Hello, we would like to
I
fight
think
you.
I think Octo has a nice voice and everything, but I don't feel like.
I'm 30, by the
to
way, in case you're wondering.
intimidate.
Was
Like,
there
I
ever
don't
a
know what you
fight
mean with
with
poking them.
Sovereign?
Like, I'm quite sure that now that Sovereign left, that there is a chance that they might come Valencia next week, and of course we're prepared for that.
Okay, let me
depending
let me rephrase the question. Have you considered contacting Sovereign and ask them not to bail, but fight you instead?
Of course not. Like, whatever Sovereign wants to do is Sovereign's business, and that's that.
Okay,
Like,
I mean, then I have to agree with my boy Malaka here, and I think you definitely went for the easy choice instead of
sure.
going the trying to fight the tough opponent. It's just it's like watching the news, right, Ott? We don't believe it.
Well, I think
Yeah,
that
kind of.
the other people that normally have gone to Valencia and met the M&M plus Resilience met a tough fight. I don't know, like, we
Yeah,
thought there
but-
was going to be something like that, but
we never said we were gonna stick around with them, you know?
no,
I mean,
no, of
at
course
least
not.
from-
But how do I, like, how do you calculate where everyone goes each week? If you have a formula to tell that, then please whisper to me in game. Like, I'd like to have that intel so I can plan exactly like the smartest
Yeah,
move.
you
But,
have people to
at some
check the
point-
rankings. Come on.
I mean, at least from my point of view, like I took an educated guess, right? You kind of figured that Morghulis and Millennium weren't going to go Valencia again, and that's why they gave it to Resilience, and then they were going to part separate ways since they didn't talk about a 3-guild alliance or anything. So it kind of made sense to me that it was just going to be Resilience.
Well, I
Okay,
thought
that-
a decade
that-
went
that-
to Valencia because suddenly they had like 500 artisan goblin workers available again.
Yeah. But that's fair enough. Like, if people feel that that was the easier opponent and easy choice, then yeah, then pick that.
You're a good guy, Malaka Casper. You sound like a fucking Santa Claus, but everyone knows where everyone builds. Let's be honest. We know from Friday where each guild will build. Every guild knows everything. I mean, that's a common knowledge.
Then you just you and me afterwards, we have a talk, and you teach me senpai, because we're apparently not good enough at exactly knowing that.
Hey, it's the rankings and people talk, and we have people friends in Morghulis, we have people friends in Addicted. Addicted has friends in Enemy. You know, each guild talks with its guild. Come on.
But
How
I
many
learned from.
spies do you have, Odds?
Yeah, I was about to say, like, it's a spider web apparently.
It's not
He's
spider,
getting
man.
ready to, find the dagger and then lead it in the back of someone again.
Nah, I don't think so. It's just talking with people. And it's not a secret to hide where you are building. I mean, either you are coming or you aren't.
You're just trying to make it fun, but everyone here knows you just choose the easy way, easy win to get the castle and avoid the fight, real fight, like a fight with Sovereign on the enemy, or even who, for example, Morghulis and Millennium all together.
I don't think Sovereign was really an option for them, to be honest.
I'd like to
Since they
see that
announced it.
fight, the Addicted against Sovereign, because Addicted is strong guild, let's be honest. They're a really strong guild, and they have a good experience how to play together. They old guild, they play together.
Experienced.
Yeah,
Weren't you around the
that's
previous
it.
week?
That's it. And we Resilience, we don't
How
have
old are you,
enough.
Arthur?
I mean, we don't have enough experience on sieges to defend the castle, to fight in castle inside. I mean, and they have it, so they just choose the easy way, easy win. And
Well,
so I don't really understand it and like it.
I mean, are you saying that it's impossible that they like didn't know that the M&Ms were going Calpheon?
They was.
El arma la cara, Def. Come on.
Like I don't know, man. Like
I'll be honest, we thought
everyone
Morghulis.
knows that,
we didn't until we don't keep up with all this shit. We thought Morghulis and Millennium were going to go Valencia ourselves. Like, it's obviously wrong, but that's what we thought up until about 3 or 4 hours before, and then we were like, oh shit, they're going to go Calpheon.
Use more spice, okay?
We need more spice. You're right.
Leviathan recruiting spies.
Don't try to make it funny, because it doesn't.
Even
Okay.
if you take that into consideration, Addicted has had fucking Valencia for 9 fucking weeks, they know all the fucking ins and outs, how to siege and how to defend and how to do whatever the fuck they want in Valencia Castle. And
It's
that's
not like they
something
had
we don't
many
have.
fights there in those 9 weeks, huh?
That's true, but they've had the fucking time to do whatever.
Yeah, that's
More
one thing
fights
they
than anyone
definitely
else.
had. They had plenty of time.
That is true.
Like, while you're on the topic of Addicted, though, Octo, why did you guys decide just like not even to try and get around to? Was it like you once you're gonna cash out early or what?
For what? Sorry, can you say that again?
Like for the castle, like did you guys just decide you won and now you're gonna cash out, or like because you didn't even give them the chance to come back for the second week?
We asked. You know what happened. You know who we asked.
We asked
we said we're
enemy-
staying active, and we're now going out to look for fights.
Are you going to Mediah already?
We're gonna go straight back to Mediah to Leviathan. I think that's the plan.
Yeah, I guess we'll get to that a bit later. I'm mostly interested in what actually happened during the siege, because you discussed the politics behind it and the decision, but we didn't talk about the siege at all, and I'm kind of
You
curious.
don't want to know, dude. You don't want to know.
I do though, because it went on like pretty fast, but not the fastest, and I'm kind of curious how Resilience held their own against Addicted in a castle.
We had both our teams like right in front of each other as soon as the siege popped. We got wiped at the beginning. We tried to defend the first gate. We took a big risk of trying to go to their base, use the teleport, go there. But I don't know if you guys actually still had the teleport from the first 10 minutes.
Not when you actually succeeded with someone, but yeah, we saved it because we knew you probably would try something like that.
Yeah, and that's where we kind of fucked up, because in the time we, tried to go to them, we used the summon and shit. They took our fucking gates down instantly, man. I don't know how fucking fast it went, but it went very fucking fast. And then it was basically, I don't know, like for like 1 hour, we tried to defend however we could.
I think you should give yourself some credit. Like we had to.
You
guys
should
have-
describe how it was from your perspective, Casper.
I
Well-
think you guys really held back, man. I think you guys could have pushed way more.
Like from my perspective, I think that we went up. The plan was just to take it slow at the beginning and take the engage, because we had scouts knowing where you were at full time at the beginning. We went up, picked the fight at the first gate. I don't know why, but it seemed like you were not 100% ready. You engaged with us, and then I don't know. That just gave at least a negative snowball effect for you. And it felt like you didn't really know how to defend the first gate, so we had like a lot of damage automatically. And then we noticed that Odds was running around trying to guild summon, so we simply made sure we knew where Odds was and killed him over and over. And then we just hammered the gates while you seemed discoordinated. So we got the 2 first gates relatively easily. But when you then, after you did the guild summon and we pushed you back, it was a good fight. We really had to play at our best level to actually push through the choke points. You cleaned us, I think 3 times, like out of the complete castle. And it was a step-by-step, taking first gate, taking second gate, getting ready to take the way up to the fort, making sure that the Lemon Squad didn't kill our cannons, and just slowly but steadily beating you down. Yeah, I don't know exactly who it was, but it was you had some really good people running around interfering with our respawn points and our cannons. But as soon as that settled, we did our main engage, and from there it didn't seem like there was a specific tactic to push us out again, and then we could just slowly but steadily nuke the fort down. So but it was not easy.
It's something which we've said since the beginning. You know, we perform better on like open field instead of defending these fucking shit ass castles.
I have one thing though, like if you want to give some props inside the guild, the guy that sat in that fucking Watcher, holy fucking shit.
Candy.
Okay, yeah, Candy like did an amazing job pushing some sick shots out. That yeah.
Well done to that guy.
Candy is amazing in our chess.
But yeah, from us it was yeah, of course, like in our straight on 1v1, we are stronger than Resilience, but I don't think that Resilience needs to improve a lot more before that we would not have had a proper chance to push them out. I think if you had dropped that whole idea with trying to guild summon and just focused 100% on defending the gates, you could possibly had drawn it, because that would have worn down us a lot, taking that long of a fight. But giving up the gates made you like basically have a huge disadvantage.
Anyway, that was a good fight, and now we can see you're not immortal. You're mortal. Have a blood, and we can kill you. You're not so strong as I thought before. And thanks.
Definitely. We need to work on a lot of stuff in Addicted. Then that's lucky that we have a marathon game. Then
Besides
there's
gear.
lots of time. Trust me, I don't know why everyone thinks that we have like that sick gear, but
I would say the 9 weeks of payouts are pretty.
Did you say you don't have sick gear?
well, I have, but that doesn't go for the rest though necessarily.
Whoa.
Is there Pen and Muskin shoes?
Yeah, Pen Muskin. Like I always like when I engage, I call Pen Muskin, and then I just run in as the first guy.
So you just hide money from Castle for yourself?
Yeah. Normally, like the officers and addicted get like 5 billion payouts, and the members don't get anything.
You should put the pen muskin on like a macro or something, so you can spam it as soon as you go in, like the rest of the people in your guild.
Yeah.
How many fail stacks for pen muskin?
0.
He sniped that shit.
Huh?
Did you snipe it, or did you?
I clicked one time and got it. Yeah.
Okay. Well, go on, Malaka Swiper, go on.
Yeah, I'm curious if you guys have any questions left about Valencia.
How many people? Total kills.
85.
78. Exact throughout from start to end.
All right, so let's get to the first fight of the week then. It was Calpheon, Oldskool enemy, Millennium, Morghulis. Lone Wolf, you gotta start this one.
Sure. As we were preparing, apparently there were a lot of enemy guys right outside our base. We used the, in-game siege TP, blue one, from the villas, and by the time we TP'd, a lot of our guys crashed, and the enemy was already inside our base, wrecking everything out. It was really good by enemy. They took out the gate, not the fence, but the gate, and it was really a good tactic there. So we had to take them out again. They had a galley. I don't know if they were spawning from the galley or from Calpheon, but we took down that galley and tried to rebuild. Then I think Oldskool attacked enemy with Morghulis, and eventually enemy came back and finished us off. It was much more than that.
Enemy, you want to comment on this one?
Not really sure what to add to that, other than I guess if anyone has a question, I would be.
He had the question himself if you were coming from Galleon.
Both. both spawning in Calpheon and came from galley. Morghulis took out our galley though at some point.
How old are you?
Yeah, it was us. We had 3 guys firing at your galley from our galley. So.
Oh, but yeah, but Morghulis was also pushing towards it at the same time, I think. But
one more. I have a question. Did you guys experience any like crashes or not being able to revive? I couldn't revive. I had to like close the client and restart it. It was horrible.
Pretty much every siege, at least once.
Well, it only happens in Calpheon for me. It's fucking horrible. I mean, it was unplayable.
The first like engage where enemy were in your base and we came up behind, like I had 2 FPS. It just made it impossible for me.
it's just a problem with the game when it has
Yeah.
to load like all these character models and stuff at the same time. When there's so many people in one place, the game just can't handle it.
I blame Zorak.
Especially when
Yeah,
you
I'm
take a
kinda fat.
teleport all the way from Valencia to Calpheon and there's like already 90 people there. It's just too much.
So did enemy have to deal with any pushes or defending while they were attacking Millennium?
Yeah, in the beginning while we were attacking Millennium, Oldskool was on our base and we had to go back. After a while, we pretty much sacrificed all the buildings in our base and like 10-20% of our fort as well while we were attacking Millennium.
Anyone else want to add something about the first part where Millennium was still alive?
How long did Millennium last? Like I didn't catch how quick you guys went out.
1 hour, tops.
Yes, or we just waited. I guess we can sit it after when it's our turn.
So wait, how long did you wait?
Quite a while, yeah. 40 minutes?
Oh, just
After
playing
you
chess
attacked our
in the
base.
castle.
You attacked us first a couple times and after that you waited.
Yeah. Pretty much.
No, we waited first. And then when we saw Millennium go really low, then we attacked.
And then we
Because
waited
our intention was to wait and see how things would develop, and only interfere if we had to.
You guys
Then,
went on our base right at the start already. Within the first 10 minutes, you were on our base while we were on Millennium.
Well, like I said, we only wanted to interfere when we had the feeling we really had to. So we had the feeling we really had to. Because you were wrecking Millennium's base really early on. So we drew your attention, I guess, by attacking, and then started to wait again.
Thing is that it became quite manageable for us at that point. Like we kind of got into a rhythm where we was killing a lot of enemy, whilst us were also dying. And then like with whatever we had left, they would obviously respawn, and we had them kind of controlled in between our base and Millennium's base. But it was when Oldskool came and attacked our base, so that was when actually Millennium did go down.
Yeah, that's also the exact reason why we came to Morghulis, because we didn't see much progress from enemy on Millennium space, 1v2ing them. So we figured let's keep Morghulis busy while enemy brings Millennium down. Maybe we should take one step back. Our intention today, we saw Eminem and enemy. We had a few options, I guess. First one was let's all pile on enemy, like we've definitely done in the past. We decided not to do that again for various reasons, I guess. So our intention was, in an ideal world, guilds would drop in this order: Millennium, enemy, Morghulis. That was our perfect scenario. Like, did we expect to keep Calpheon today? Absolutely not. But that was sort of the scenario that we aimed for, because we thought it would be and a good fight and an okay chance on winning. Like, first of all, 3v1ing, we've done that. We were, aiming to get a good fight and a decent chance. So yeah, as soon as we were on Morghulis, like I said, because enemy wasn't making much progress on Millennium, we went to Morghulis. Our intention was to switch from Morghulis to enemy when Millennium was low and sort of force enemy into a decision making to either pull back and leave a Millennium really low, or to finish Millennium and take damage on their base. Unfortunately, they wrecked Millennium much faster than we anticipated. So yeah, I guess that's it for now.
So what happened after Millennium went down then?
I'm not actually sure.
Yeah, from our perspective, we once again went, like, we had the idea to go to enemy beforehand, obviously, because Millennium would have been low and we could have taken advantage, but that didn't. The timing was just off. So we said, let's just go to our castle and wait again. Yeah. Let's see what happens. So we saw Morghulis go to enemy and we figured, okay, let's go 2v1. Like this is gonna be a good fight, you know. Enemy on that turtle position again against us two. It could definitely be a really fun fight. But as soon as we went to enemy, Morghulis started to attack the castle. So we went defend, and then enemy also attacked the castle, I think, and then Morghulis attacked enemy again. So we went to enemy, and then Morghulis came to the castle again. So from our perspective, we were absolutely clueless what Morghulis was doing.
Question to enemy. What makes you decide to go on Millennium first?
They were the weakest one in the whole siege. We probably thought, we thought they would probably be the easiest ones to take out first, and that would just like have at least one of the alliance members gone. It would just make the whole siege a lot easier for us.
They rectified their mistake from last week.
I'm kind of curious to hear Morghulis' take on the whole matter because, what was the decision making behind attacking the castle first, and what happened after that made you stop?
Man, like seeing Oldskool just not doing anything for the first 40 minutes kind of had me triggered. So I wasn't quite sure what to do. And then when we were dealing with enemy, Oldskool coming to attacking us and actually helping enemy out, kind of pushed the limit, I guess. So at that point, I decided Oldskool wasn't going to get the territory. So I was just we just literally fucked around, honestly, for the last, I don't know how long we were in the fight after Millennium went down, 20, 30 minutes. So when we went to push to enemy, one of my scouts said that Oldskool are coming to enemy as well. So we literally just pressed Q, all hid in the bushes. Oldskool ran straight past the 100-man raid without seeing any of us. We literally doubled back, started damaging the gates. Then I guess enemy saw it as an opportunity to come to the gate, so we decided let's go fuck with enemy for a little while, forced enemy back, and that was all we just kept doing until we were attacking the gates. And enemy just decided, yeah, let's go take out Morghulis. So we were all at the castle gates by the time enemy just completely removed our base before we had time to get back to defend. So it was just we just had some fun. Like we could have gone for the 1v1 against Oldskool at the end. We could have just taken out Oldskool and helped enemy get the territory, but we just wanted to have some fun. We really didn't care about the result today.
So you also didn't care about a good fight? You just wanted to derp around? That was the goal?
Pretty much.
Okay.
It was really fun for me to see some guy from Morghulis running around, screaming, "Enemy is attacking us!"
We had some people from Morghulis while we were at the gate screaming to us, "Go attack enemy now!"
Who was that?
Oh god, I don't know.
I don't remember the nickname.
Just corpses talking to us, like giving us order.
I take it. Was that the plan from the start as well, when Millennium was alive?
No.
Nah, like if Millennium was alive, the ideal scenario, obviously everyone's got their ideal scenario. The ideal scenario would have been the 3v1 on enemy, which we would have expected. Then the 2v1 against the castle, because we did the 4v1 against Oldskool before when they had a castle, and that took 1.5 hours. So we thought Oldskool might fancy the 2v1 with them having the castle advantage. So we expected the 3v1 on enemy and then the 2v1 on Oldskool, which obviously would have fancied chances, but doesn't always work as you plan. So we just decided to do other stuff, I guess.
We expected you guys to, I guess, be smart and first of all use enemy to take down our gates, and then use us to take down enemy. And then
that was actually one of the options. Like that was one of the choices I did actually talk about during the raid.
I think from your point of view, but I mean, who am I to say it? That was definitely your best option today in terms of getting a good fight and getting a good chance on getting a region.
Yeah, of course. I mean, I'll tell later why we didn't do that, but okay.
How are you planning to use us to kill the gates, though? Like, in what world would that
I mean,
happen?
if they was just sit back, then you would attack either them, at which point we would attack you, or you would attack us, and they could just sit back, right?
Wouldn't that be boring?
I had good fun in queue today, sneaking up to your castle. I'm not gonna lie. I had even more fun when we snuck through your gates as well. That was a very nice invitation.
All right, so basically from this we get the hint that Morghulis went down pretty fast after Millennium, and what happened after that, guys?
1v1. I tried to get a coin flip deal, but Kaz never replies to my PMs when I write to him in Siege. I think he has me blocked or something.
Yeah, we got Zerg.
They don't do politics.
Yeah, actually, it feels strange to be outnumbered by enemy. I have to say, it's a beautiful experience.
Question.
Yes. Question.
I was just gonna wonder how long it took to defend against enemy. Like after Morghulis went down. After Morghulis went.
It doesn't. I think it doesn't. It doesn't matter. As in, we knew we couldn't win. Yeah. I don't even know, honestly. But the thing is, we knew we couldn't win against enemy in a 1v1, even behind the gates. So we just tried to cheese a TP play. So almost like the first gate was pretty low already. After that one, we tried to organize the TP behind the second gate.
Too late already.
But too slow. Yeah, I think we were just overall too slow. And that's pretty much it. Probably could have held a bit longer if we actually tried to defend. But yeah, that's pretty much it. I think if it wasn't for the DP patch, we would have won easily this siege. But you know, it's KHAOS' fault, not ours. So not much we could have done there.
What was everyone's numbers today?
We had 75.
I don't even know. Let me ask my guild.
We had 84.
82.
Yeah, like I said, we got Zerg.
We did? No, we didn't. You lied.
No, we did.
We got Zerg, man.
Yeah,
but we didn't have 84, I think.
What?
I don't think we had 84. I think Cass is
82 then.
bad at math.
Something
Yeah,
around that.
apparently 76. I don't know. I won't believe it though. My guild accounts.
Did you
All
guys
right.
normally bring like 95 or something?
Yeah.
All
Is
right,
there any
one more
specific
question.
reason to that, or?
I'll get to it after the thing siege, I guess.
All right.
One more question about this. It seems that you guys are kind of bound to each other, and whenever, like wherever Oldskool goes or enemy goes, it's the chances are pretty high to see all four guilds are there. So what's up with that, guys?
It's basically just been the last few weeks have just been really shit for the siege scene in general. There's always been at least one territory lockdown because of some bullshit politics going on or some castle giveaway, shit like that. So there's not much options for people to go.
I guess this
Shots
week.
fired.
I guess this week enemy just didn't want to go Valencia because everybody's been Valencia the past few weeks.
Valencia is too mainstream.
So we were the same. Valencia too much. Just ended up on the same place again.
And I promised my guildies not that I wouldn't have lied, so I'm gonna tell the truth. So what happened today is that, like, so far the siege scene, the Saturday is we choose what territory we go, and enemy comes with us. That's pretty much the weekly routine. And this time we decided to give them the castle so that they were locked at least for a week, and we can actually have a siege without enemy. It's gonna be a very amazing experience for us next week. To actually do. Yeah, I mean, you have to. We pretty much cage them. Like it's like a Pokeball, Calpheon is our Pokeball, and now enemy is in it, and we can actually do a siege without them. Like it's. I'm looking forward to that.
Have fun in Mediah.
What?
I don't know. Like
no. Leave us alone.
I mean, like, it's why not? We're too scared of a dick that they're too good. We're afraid of PvP.
The chance of you body blocking is extremely high next week.
You don't want to go against that DP bug, man.
Oh, actually, yes, we have like a 66% chance of body blocking Sovereign.
You do.
Oh, hype. So yeah, hit me up where you're going. We might not come at a very modest price. We actually have Nin in our boat, so if you want your guild leader back, you better be contacted.
Can we just leave Nin in Port Rat, please?
But yeah, actually, a question for Kaz. Like, I was kind of shit talking, saying that you guys go where we go, and I think in most weeks, like most Saturdays, it's fair, like it's whatever. But like, why didn't you go Mediah this week? If you want to share it with us. Yeah,
we couldn't. If we would have gone Mediah, we would have gotten served by Sovereign and all the other small guilds there.
But you could have had the 1v1. Why didn't you?
1v1.
You got offered a 1v1.
No, they never asked us for a 1v1. They literally asked us.
Fuck off! That's a lie, mate. We got screenshots. Absolute bullshit.
What you asked us is what our plans were for next Saturday. Obviously, we're not going to tell people what our plans
are. All right, mate.
All right.
If you say so.
Yeah.
What did you ask us then?
But you
want me to read it out?
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, let me find it. I said, do you have any plans for this week? This Saturday siege. Okay, yeah. Wait. Zolak, yes. I said, should we prepare or should we give it away and make plans for it? Zolak said, everything is too early. So I said, I know it's a difficult question to answer. We just don't want to make plans to give it away to some smaller guilds, and then a big like guild like you comes and shits on the smaller guilds. So we want to know before we announce it. You said, isn't it too soon to give it away? I said, well, other than Addicted, we don't get many fights there, so unless we have a reason to stay for another big fight, then we'll go elsewhere. And then you said, you miss getting zerged. So I said, it's always fun. You don't have to answer, but if you want to fight this week, then let me know. Otherwise, we will announce. We give it away pretty soon, probably today. Then I asked Jules. Jules stopped replying to me. I asked Kaz, and Kaz basically said, fuck off, we're not telling you. So yeah.
Yeah.
GG.
Like, who in their right mind would tell their enemies what their plans are and where they're going?
Look,
come on. You didn't decline it then. So
you
dodging intensified.
You complain so long of being zerged and you get offered a 1v1 and you're just like, nah, politics, mate, politics.
You can't say anything about you like that we never offered you a 1v1. I fucking spoke to 3 of you. Yeah, anyway.
Hello?
Carry on.
I got awkward.
But I forgot they don't do politics.
Swipe or move on.
Even on podcast? Come on.
Yes,
No,
where are you
like,
building next week?
no, it's not about asking where they build. It's just I think having a 1v1 against Sovereign would have been a very nice show for everyone. Like I think everyone expects them to be the 2 best guilds in the server. So just why not go there? Why go against Oldskool, who's shit?
Well, I guess we'll never hear the answer to that.
Come on, I'm sure they can give some answer.
Where's Jules?
Exactly.
I'm not allowed to say.
Let's just rephrase the question then. Why weren't you interested in a 1v1 against Sovereign?
We definitely were interested. We wanted to go there, but they took that option away from us when they asked like.
Oh come on! Don't even try it anymore.
What?
There's not. You stop hiding behind it. You asked us to say, show us that we offered the 1v1. We did, and you're still trying to hide behind it. That we didn't give you enough time. It's bullshit, mate. Just shut up.
Yeah, but who was expecting Sovereign to fucking give up their castle 1 week after getting a fight? Us being free. Like, what were we expecting?
Well, they told you before they told the rest of the server that they would give it up if you didn't go, so you knew first.
Yeah, but it was like, how many? Like 20 hours after the siege ended?
What's your point? Did you get offered the 1v1? Yes. Did you say no? Yes. And that's all there is to it.
You asked where we were going, and we hadn't made any plans yet.
And then after that, Octo offered it, and you said no. So
I legit.
What else? What else is there to say?
I read what Octo said lying in my fucking bed because I just woke up. When I woke up and like made myself ready, he'd already posted on the forums.
It's easy, right? You just say, okay, like let me talk to the others. I'll get back to you. Right? Yeah, that's easy. But you didn't say that.
I said it's too soon.
But Kaz already said no, so I don't understand what you're trying to hide behind here. You said no.
I didn't say no. I told you we're not going to tell you where the fuck we're going. Like, what's
But
so
we
hard
offered
about
you
that?
it, and you refused to just say, yeah, all right. You didn't even say, wait, give us a day. You didn't ask for anything. So, what else is there to say?
So hang on a minute. That's like refusing to have sex with a girl that says it's okay, and instead choosing one that says no.
Sounds more fun.
I feel raped.
Jesus.
Yeah, we didn't agree for enemy to come. They still came.
That's definitely right.
Anything Calpheon related left to discuss, guys?
I feel like we just started this. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's already ended.
Well, I mean, we already talked about Morghulis going down, and we already talked about Oldskool going down.
That was it then.
If that's it, let's talk about Balenos next. It was a free guild fight as far as I know. The Factory KHAOS and Highdown. Let's hear from Highdown. It's good to see you guys back on the siege scene. I'm sure we had someone. Blind? Are you
Blood
here?
Archer. He's gone.
Alright, so let's hear from Shiro then.
From who? Who did you say?
Yeah, you.
Okay. There isn't really.
Sorry, now it works.
Okay, then you talk.
Hey Blind, so what happened?
Yeah, basically, so we went there. We at the start of the siege, we got a whisper from both guilds. They basically said they want to 1v1, and we got kind of zagged fast, and then they fought it over.
So,
Basically, that was it.
the
From
Factory
our
and
point.
KHAOS teamed up on Highdown?
Yeah, basically this, but they both said they were gonna 1v1, so
Alright, so Shiro, what's up with that?
Yeah, before the siege, we expected different guild. That's why we talked and offered each other 1v1. We thought RAGNAROK was there, not Highdown. So when we saw Highdown, we just went on them, and after we did the 1v1. We pushed the KHAOS for a while. We almost took them down, but they did a teleport in our base and they took us out. There isn't really much to say. Good defense, Highdown, by the way.
KHAOS, you guys got anything to say on this?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a lot.
Cool story.
Yeah.
Just
No
nice.
more for you.
Oh my god,
guys.
my mic was muted. Sarah from KHAOS. Bit late, but yeah. We went for Balenos and we suspect it was RAGNAROK there as they scouted us before we built in the fort. And at one point we made a kind of a truce with that factory at having a 1v1 with them at the end and stuff, but because we lost it to them at the last week, so we wanted a rematch. But we had high down at the end, and not RAGNAROK was there too, and we took a shield, we did some pew killing, and we killed a few people, and about 30 minutes into the fight it died, and we did a 1v1 with that factory.
Well, like, did you see that the chat is completely stale, and when you start talking, they just start popping.
You broke the chat.
I'm sorry.
They spam it on the keyboard.
I'm sorry, but if 12-year-old guys
No, it's
can't
okay. Go
handle a
on.
girl voice,
By all means.
I don't know what to do, but sure.
How old are you?
Me?
You can't ask that of a woman.
The question of today.
Is that a meme question now? That how old are you?
Also,
Well,
how old are you?
I'm 29.
Okay.
Casper and
That-
him are going on a date.
Heavily, continue.
What?
Did
why
you
me?
answer how old you are?
You're the one who started. You keep going.
Well, I'm drunk. Sorry.
By the way, she's also single. If anyone is interested with that question.
Hey Sarah, how's it going?
Are you pimping your people out?
How much?
What the fuck?
Can I rent Sarah for 8 final wars, please?
This is going down a very bad road.
I'll trade
What do you want me
Sovereign's
for?
thought.
Wow.
Guys, please.
Too soon.
Come on.
It's too soon.
We start a server meeting. I bring the beers.
Oh, you have alcohol? I'm coming.
Oh my god.
Yep. Wiggles condoms.
Is this an A podcast? Did they join too late?
No,
Oh my
not really.
God.
This is what happens when girls join.
Come on, Sarah. Keep going. You're doing a good job.
Oh my god, I lost. Where were we?
Well, you were going to a party with Arts that's bringing beer and Wheels that's bringing condoms. Continue.
Oh, you mean a Nova party?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
I know this is gonna come out wrong, but let the girl finish, guys.
Yeah.
All right, I'll start
rude
from the
not to.
beginning then.
Yeah, I think Heavenly should continue because I lost where we were. I don't.
You're too drunk for this. It's okay.
We need
I'm
to bring
sorry.
a candy from our guild and have a pillow fight.
Make this happen.
Wait,
Art.
what?
Make this happen.
Isn't she always here?
What?
Sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so confused.
What?
Alright, we didn't hear what
I'm
you said.
confused as well.
I don't even know what's going on
So
anymore.
what happened in Balenos?
Okay, so basically we went to Balenos and we expected Ragnarok to be there because they scouted us while building the fortress. And at one point, Death Factory asked us for 1v1 and Truth until we're the last 2 guilds there. So obviously, because we lost last week, we accepted the challenge in 1v1 against them. And in the end, it was High Dawn instead of Ragnarok. So, it was kind of a chill. And we went there for PvP against them for like around 30 minutes. And they died. Then we started our 1v1 against Death Factory. It lasted for like an hour and a half. And, it just kept going back and forth all the time until we managed to teleport to their main tower and took it down. And I think that High Dawn gave a very good defense. And Death Factory gave us a very good fight. They were much stronger than before. And they gave us a very hard war. So it was very fun. And thanks for both of the guilds.
How many people each guild had, guys?
We had 51.
Around 55.
We had 49 people.
So it would be an even fight. I'm kind of glad to see High Dawn again pulling like about 50 people. It's been some time, guys.
No, 49 only. We hanged on for 50 minutes versus them.
Yeah, it was nice to see you guys like last week. It was good to see you this week again. We hope to see you more. You guys give really good fights.
Stop Zergen then, though.
Yeah, I hope we get more guilds there.
Well, let them get more numbers, and it wouldn't be a Zerg. It would be a more fair fight. But we were 51 anyways, and there were 49. So 2 members isn't much.
I think he said 39.
Yeah, 39. So 40.
Oh, sorry, my bad. Okay. But still, good fight.
All right, so any questions left or no questions on Balenos, guys? No questions on Balenos it is. Let's move on
What
to...
are the... I forgot, how much is the payout on balance? Like the money? If the guild is retracted.
3 billion is it pay?
It's not too bad. We might come next week.
3.3. Oh, okay. Welcome to Balenos then.
Let's move to Mediah then, the last siege of today. It was like a 6-guild fight and some event by Sovereign, so Sovereign should probably start this one explaining what actually happened.
Go for it, Shadow, if you want. Well, you know how it started. We've already had the little tiff with enemy, so you know how it started. We offered it up to guilds after all of that. Certain guilds turned up. We had a rule set which we stuck by. We'd never attacked people's castles, not castles, sorry, forts. We just went for players. We actually split up our guild into 3 different groups so that we wasn't like trying to zerg them. We was outnumbered every fight. After about half an hour, 40 minutes, we kind of got the idea that we felt like they weren't really fighting back and they were just kind of waiting for us to leave. At one point, ShadowElite had 3 guilds on them. We wiped them for ShadowElite. And then the same thing happened to Leviathan. When Leviathan looked almost about to go down, we quickly wiped them. And that was about 40, 50 minutes in. And then we just left because it felt kind of pointless us being there.
I think it was kind of unfortunate that ShadowElite and Leviathan were pretty close together. There was just like one bridge separating them, so it was a bit awkward in places. And the other guilds were like way off.
So who went down first in the siege then?
That was ShadowElite, wasn't
it? Yeah, I think so.
Because you guys attacked Leviathan for a while. And then I feel like everyone just ignored Leviathan and everyone ran to ShadowElite.
Because ShadowElite were the strongest there, besides Sovereign, obviously.
I don't know about you, but I got the elephant and we were going to go attack Leviathan. And we came across ShadowElite first and it just looked like a fun fight. So we thought, fuck it, let's go in.
I mean, that works. It worked out for us. I think, is Zeno here or ShadowElite guys? Do they want to talk?
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the opportunity.
Oh, sorry, man. Yeah, because I think... Swiper, did you want Zeno to explain?
Yep.
The Twitch chat. I love it. Anyway, before we talk about it, I just want to go back to Odds about his little spies and his little birds and all the guilds. At lunchtime today, Odds tried to ally with us on Valencia against Addicted. So that was kind of funny. I think you need to get some better spies there.
They're not spies. I said they're friends, buddy.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so we decided to go Mediah. We didn't see much of an option. We heard Addicted were going Valencia, so we were going to, let them do that. Last week was fun, I guess, but, Zerging down enemy is a bit of a crying shame. They're really, really strong. They deserve to get something for sure. So I think if we'd gone Calpheon, things might have been a bit different. There might have been more of a Zerg on enemy, or it might have been split up into sort of 2v2v2. Either way, we would have most likely ended up being Zerged like we were last week. So we just thought we would try something different. Sovereign did approach us with what they were planning to invite guilds there. They said if we went there, we wouldn't, they wouldn't wreck us. They would just treat us like all the other guilds. So we just thought, yeah, we'll go for it. And we had a lot of sign-ups this week. Yeah, we had a lot of sign-ups this week, which again sort of slightly weighed onto our decision to go there. We only had 65 tonight, which was a bit of a shame, but there's, I guess, stuff was happening tonight. So anyway, yeah, we found a fort up near the racetrack. We weren't sure who it was. We saw more and more forts were going. We heard about people that were going, so we knew that if we had any chance to take it, we needed to get rid of that fort at the start, because people were going to Zerg. They always do, and we would be the target of that. So we channel changed on it. It turned out to be Leviathan. We wiped them. We wiped their entire base structures. Everything was down pretty much. They respawned. We wiped them. They respawned. We wiped them again. Each time, we were losing, like 10 people, and eventually, we were cleared. Our base was just across the bridge, down near the Lynch Ranch, and I think we made a bit of a miscalculation with the safe zones there. Sort of in some way helped us because one of our walls couldn't be attacked, but they could pretty much get like an immune siege tower in the safe zone. just climbed straight out of the safe zone and dropped down inside our guild. So that was a bit of a miscalculation. And yeah, like we pushed immediately, you know, and respawn over the bridge. We, you know, cleared Leviathan, then put damage down on the fort. Used horses, opened up some gaps in their fences, and got back in their base again and started putting damage on it. And you know, it was going well. You know, we respawned again, and the next time Sovereign were on the bridge, and like there was this, like the bridge was how you got to Leviathan's base. So you know, we had some fights with Sovereign, and you know, we fight Sovereign. We were, you know, way more than the group of Sovereign on the bridge. You know, so we did wipe them because we outnumbered them. But then we didn't have enough to really take it to Leviathan, and that allowed Leviathan to pretty much build up their fences again and build up their base. Yeah, it was good what Sovereign were doing, but you know, it was a shame for us. You know, if we'd got Leviathan out of the way, we'd have had a good fight.
But it fucked us as well, Sovereign, like from the same way, like a couple times as we were coming to attack you guys.
You can really see how much it fucked you with the castle.
We literally got wiped by Sovereign, like as we were coming to push into you guys. But they were doing what they said they would.
Yeah, didn't Sovereign say that they wouldn't attack any forts in their forum post?
They didn't.
What happened to that?
They didn't attack forts.
Yeah, exactly. They just killed our players. That's it.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, basically what would happen is a couple of times Sovereign would attack us, and then ShadowElite came in just as Sovereign had wiped us.
Right. Okay.
And
So
then
they
ShadowElite would do fucking ham damage to us.
Yeah, I mean, we got Leviathan's fort down to 40% while we were being attacked by 3 other guilds. So, you know, we had 65 people. You can talk trash about us if you want, but you know, I think my guys did pretty well today. Our elephants are fucking epic.
Yeah, your elephants were sick.
Yeah. So basically, you know, Sovereign left. I think was it after half an hour?
1 hour.
Yeah,
an hour.
50, around 45 to
45 minutes. Yeah. That stage, you know, we were struggling. You know, Leviathan had fully built their base. Like Sovereign were sort of going around, you know, wiping mold that was growing off our walls from like VOS and guilds like that. But at the end of the day, it was, you know, we had to get Leviathan out of the way. Their base was right beside ours. We were just gonna, you know, be fighting a severely defensive battle. And when Sovereign left, you know, that's what it was. It was a 4v1. What was it? DiviumFuror, Rocinante, Levies, and VOS. But you know, we did quite well. They were coordinating their attacks well. I'll say that. Levies were pushing in from one side, VOS from the other. It was quite embarrassing. We made a push out to, you know, we teleported out the base, engaged Levy, wiped them, turned around and teleported like up the ass of these cows that are in that field, and got like stuck there, which was really fucking cancer. And then there's the fences all around the base, and yeah, but it was good fun, you know. So
I mean, honestly, the biggest thing that fucked you up was the base placement tonight. I think, like, because of the safe zone, it gave so many, it gave so many options to the other guilds, you know.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure Sovereign didn't realize that by what they were doing in that bridge, pretty much removed any chance. You know, we had a winning tonight. You know, but anyway, shit happens.
I mean, to be honest,
everybody had a good fight.
The placing where you did next to the safe zone, because it was pretty good for spectators.
Yeah, like we knew the safe zone was there, but yeah, we sort of shouldn't have placed that close to it. We sort of knew when we were building the fort, we were like, oh fuck, but you know, by then it's too late. Anyway, I think that's everything from our guys.
Okay, guys, so we can split this one into parts as well, but it like would be on you because I wasn't there, obviously, and it's a bit harder for me to follow this. So, who went down next?
DiviumFuror, I'm sorry if I fuck the name. Divium went down next, but I don't think there's any of them here, is there?
And where is Finnick?
Yeah, that's what I.
Man,
that's the question.
Been waiting all night for him.
Phoenix seems dead, so yeah, he's gone.
I wanted to hear a story.
Like actually dead.
Oh yeah, super dead.
Okay, well,
yeah.
Basically, what happened after ShadowElite went down is we had a fight against Voss a couple weeks ago in Balenos, and it was a 1v1 we were having against them, and then Wasted kind of got involved and they kind of messed up our 1v1, and we wanted to have a proper 1v1 against Voss. So we basically whispered Voss and we said, you know, do you want to team up and then we'll do a 1v1 at the end, and they agreed to it. So that's what it came down to. We went to Divium. Leviathan cut a hole in the wall and we just basically killed them. I don't think there were many people. I think like 30 people or something. So we just kept wiping them, and then when they respawned, we pulled out and wiped them again, and then basically waited until Divium were dead, and then that's how Divium went out.
I just want to say one more thing. Sorry, Wiggles. My guildies are like screaming at me to talk about the whack-a-mole cannon minigame that was going on in the safe zone.
Shit! Those cannons.
Basically,
those
there
cannons
was
were eight.
a line of fucking cannons all the way up the side of the safe zone, like at point blank range to our base. Like they'd wheel them out and we'd whack them. You know, they'd go back in after firing.
Really?
And like I go out again, bang, then back into the fucking safe zone. It was the most absolute cancer fucking.
Yeah, the Sage Tower was in the safe zone as well,
and
so we couldn't kill it.
Yeah, the safe zone like
That we
stares
know.
of fucking
Yeah.
delight. Yeah.
And
It was a good placement for the Siege Tower.
we had a massive problem with your guys' cannons as well. We couldn't actually rebuild our base for the first 45 minutes of the siege because your cannons were in your base and we couldn't kill them.
Yeah,
So
that's
every time
what
we-
happened. So that's not like
No, no,
glitching
no,
in a
no.
safe zone. That's
Oh, no,
actually
no, no. But
what we were doing was we were putting the cannons out, we were aiming them towards your base and firing.
Yeah, I mean, mate, if you build right next to a safe zone, what do you expect is going to happen? You know, we had all the time in the world to gather our army and everything. You know?
I mean, as I said, if Sovereign hadn't blocked the bridge repeatedly, you guys would have gone down.
Well, I'm not knocking that. I'm
yeah.
not knocking that for 1 second, dude. Like, I think you know that you're stronger than us, and I'm not here to argue that. Why do you think we had to team up 4v1 to kill you?
I mean,
Yeah,
that's not just saying we're stronger than you. That's like making sure we just get fucking zered down.
I mean, Leviathan.
We had 65 people. It's not like we had
it's not
a
like
shit
we
ton.
had 85 people. We had 65 people, and you brought 4 guilds against us. Like, you could have maybe just said, well, let's give everybody a bit much of a better fight and sort of try and maybe have some 2v2s or whatever, and not like 4v1. It's a bit sort of lame, really.
Dude, he just trash talks people all week on BDOEU Discord.
Yeah, it's true. Mainly techie.
To be fair, Leviathan has better YouTubers, so they do deserve a castle.
YouTube and streamer guild. We do what we can.
I mean, I think it's a conspiracy because if a YouTuber guild has a castle, you know, it has like they're probably gonna get fat payouts and enjoy the game more, so they're gonna promote the game. Like I think like the Dami is behind this.
Yeah, you're right. 100%.
I was gonna say that Sovereign gifted us the castle like Addicted did gift us Calpheon, sorry, but you know, let the forums speak for themselves.
So I guess Rocinante went down next.
Nope. Sovereign.
Go on, Wiggles. Continue your story.
Sovereign did go down next. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Rossi, can you explain that?
Well, when you guys were all fucking around like attacking Divium and everything, me and Rossi, we decided to push in and take Sovereign because we'd only brought like 35 people, so we came just to have fun. We saw the forum post and we thought, screw it, you know, let's join, let's have fun with it. This was our first siege, hopefully not our last. So we thought let's at least get 1 fort kill. So we thought, right, let's run in and take Sovereign's fort. It was a very difficult fight, extremely difficult taking that tent down with no resistance whatsoever. But it was a lot of fun.
Nice.
And then
Yeah,
and after they went,
so
I think.
stop chasing me all the time.
Wait, what kind of guild is Rocinante, by the way?
We're a PVX guild. Pretty much no like gear requirements or anything.
So how
Like
come you
Millennium.
guys decided to come Mediah?
So I'm kind of curious, if there's the forum post that actually made you guys go to Sieges and try it out, and why you never considered it before. I mean, I'm pretty sure you had more than 50 members in the roster all this time.
Oh yeah, I mean we've like fluctuated between like 180 or so members, but the thing is with being a PVX guild is not all of our members are like really into PvP. Like we'll accept the fact that not everyone, you know, wants to go and face tank into a giant crowd and pretty much just watch a slideshow of themselves dying. So that's why I think we're on, let me have a look. We're on 98 members right now. We only pulled 35 out of that, so that says a lot.
Where have you been before? Because I haven't really heard your name before.
Me?
Yeah.
Where have I been before?
Like, where has your guild been?
She's basically asking you a name, man. I'll take it.
We have been pretty much like on the second page for God knows how long.
But like, have you come to sieges and stuff before, like territory?
No, this is literally our first ever siege.
It's the first siege.
Yeah.
Have you been on like
Rocinante
Node Wars
been
and
running.
stuff? Have you been on like another server? The
Rocinante
server we were
been
on
running
before and stuff.
Day one.
Where were you before? Because I'm sorry.
Honestly, we've not really.
If it's okay to ask.
We've not felt like strong enough to actually take any sieges. That's why we didn't really take this seriously.
Yeah.
Like I said, we've got no gear requirements or anything, so we've got a bunch of
Yeah, that's
I don't know,
really okay.
just
But
really low.
I'm
level
just
people.
wondering, because I'm curious how guilds, how they grow and stuff. So.
Well, we're doing something at the moment. We're phasing into like not hardcore as such, but we're pushing it a little bit further and getting more into node wars. We're doing 3 node wars a week at the moment, and we're hoping to get into maybe, I don't know, like a monthly siege or something like that. But I'd like to hopefully push the guild into doing a lot more sieges.
Are you guys liking it?
Honestly, it was a little bit overwhelming because I mean I'm the raid caller, so it being my first siege, just going into that and not really understanding what the hell is going on, and I've got a potato PC, so you know I'm not really getting many frames, so I'm just watching a slideshow of myself die.
I love that slideshow. It's great.
I'm not really sure what to call from a slideshow. In this frame, here's me dying.
It doesn't get much better with a good PC.
Yeah, it really
to be
doesn't.
honest.
But I'm hoping to improve my raid leading. I mean, node wars is one thing, but just the amount of people in the field in siege wars is just fantastic.
Yeah, it's fun.
Yep. I would just like to do a quick shout out to Pestle in the Twitch chat, who
Yes.
apparently in the very first ever Siege podcast believed my role playing and thought that I orchestrated the entire Zergen Sovereign. That's fucking hilarious, man. Don't believe the internet. Holy crap.
Shout out to Pestle.
Yeah, what the hell? You should invest in Nigerian princesses too, bro.
Wait, those emails are not true. God damn it.
Pestil's
I'm
gonna be
fucked.
on the list now.
Oh, my money.
You're fucked.
Yeah, you don't want Pestle after you. It's not fun.
I think we should have Pestle and Jules spot here.
Yeah, actually, I gotta go.
Yeah, bring back Jules.
It's been fun. I'll see you guys next week.
Yeah,
Are you giving away your
Wait,
position on the podcast?
Wait.
Octo, man, you're
I have a
dodging
question for
again.
you. I was waiting my turn for a question towards Octo.
Be quick then.
How are you going, Calpheon, next week?
I
That's
gotta
the
go.
question. Are they gonna go? Are they gonna go and throw out Addicted, or are they gonna go and fight
Yeah,
enemy?
Octo, what are your plans for next week?
Jules!
Jules?
Oh my god, it's Jules!
No.
If you don't like that question, I have a follow-up question.
Go on.
Do you think that that enemy dodged you today on purpose so that they would have a Calpheon, that they would have a castle next week?
Uh,
Let's say yes.
I don't know, man. I'm kind of over it. I don't care, to be honest. They do what they do, then fuck it.
So Ox, I've got a question for you.
Oh shit.
How old are you?
I'm 30 still. Fuck, that was a difficult one.
Malaka, everyone is 30 years old.
Y'all are fucking old.
So what happened next on the siege, guys?
Then it was Rocinante's turn to go down. Voss put up a damn good push and took us out. We tried to get a flag down and take them up the arse, and then they pretty much wiped us, took our flag out, and then just pushed into us. We had a terrible fort placement as well. Every time we respawned, we'd end up inside the actual fort itself, like in the tent. So we were just stuck there, just watching them wipe us as they pushed through our fences. But I mean, we were the third one to go down out of 6 guilds, so we lasted for quite a while, for only 35 people. Yeah, and we also got a fort kill. So go Rocinante.
I hope you guys enjoyed your experience today.
Really did.
So the plan is to like come back and in the future get a bit more members. Is that all right? Well, good luck with that, man.
What's your guild named after, by the way?
It's named after. Do you guys watch a TV show called The Expanse?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
the
in
ship.
The Expanse.
Yeah. Okay.
The Mars ship.
Plus 100 rep.
Dude, look at our logo. Our logo is a horse with the MCRNC around it. That's what that is.
So if you're the shot caller, are you the lead character from The Expanse then?
Yeah, I guess I am.
More rep.
So I guess the final stand down was between Leviathan and Voss. Frey, you want to take this one? You've been pretty quiet today.
Yeah, I guess I've been quiet today. I mean, nothing special. We pushed each other a little bit back and forth, trying to intercept the other ones. We came to their... I think the first time we basically ran past each other. And our elephants weren't ready, so we had to run back and take them out of our base, because they would get into our fort quicker than we would get into their fort. So after that, there was a couple of engagements on the roads and stuff like that, back and forward. And then I believe we pushed up to their fort, and they wiped us out 2 times there. And after that, they had the upper hand.
Yeah, we bumped into them a few times on the road. They actually wiped us once because we had a really fucking bad engage. Then after that, we got elephants into Kusha, surrounded their base, set down a couple of flags of determination. Kind of just went ham on them. Whenever they tried to chat, we'd wipe them and just...
Dude, that last triple elephant push was epic as hell.
Yeah, that was what we would try. We were basically just taking it slow and steady, wiping them as they respawned, and then going back in, then wiping them again. And eventually, the base went down.
Until you built up that many elephants that had more elephants than their players, pretty much.
Until we had 3 elephants ready to go. And that was it, basically. We took them down eventually. But we did have one really bad engage where they jumped out of the base and we went in, which was Michael. Which was a really bad call because then they wiped us all through the walls and we all died. So
I got really angry at that. I was yelling at Wiggles like, "What? Why did you do this?"
I had a really bad engage with them when I was spectating, and they decided to wipe out all the spectators because they were losing.
No, it was like 40 spectators around the fucking base. Just
Like, one of your people came out and just killed every spectator. Just like, wow. All right, guys.
40 spectators around the base is relatively annoying, I can
Were
tell
you
you.
getting performance anxiety?
I can
Not that.
kind of
It's more
get
likely
behind
you're
that.
looking at the minimap, trying to judge where the enemies are coming from. And then you see
Yeah.
a blob of 40 people at one spot, and you're like, yeah, maybe it's them.
it is really hard. And also, a lot of you guys were really close because we ended up killing a load of you on our last push as well because we were going around in circles around their base. So
You should be happy. We looked at blobs of map and hoped they were spectators, but they never turned out to be.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So
our numbers. Sorry, someone asked. A lot of people just asked the numbers. We were 55. We were 59. At the start, and then
57 in the end. We were 57 in the end.
Okay, sorry, 7.
everyone else?
We were 35.
Divium I have no clue about, but they didn't seem to be super many.
I think they were like 30, 35. They weren't many.
Yeah, they weren't that many.
ShadowElite was 65. So.
Yeah, we were 65. To the people saying we were salty at the end, wrecking everybody when the Node War was won. It wasn't salty. Like, there was a Node War during the week where Leviathan won, and 2 people from my guild destroyed their entire Node War fort.
Oh no, we didn't even win.
We just thought you won in our hearts, Wiggles. You won in our hearts.
Oh, that's all that matters.
Exactly.
It?
But yeah, we just thought we would relive the glory at the end. It was funny.
True.
We won the hill. You may have won the castle, but we won the hill, bro.
I will guard that hill forever.
All right, so I believe we still have something to discuss after the sieges today. At least TK had something to say, so you want to go on?
Oh yeah, I'll keep this quite long story short. Today was the last day. Morghulis will be sieging. We're going to be disbanding from today.
What?
What the fuck?
Why would you do that? Why We the did it. fuck are you doing that?
Let him finish. Just listen.
Find out. Players
Why did you wait so long to do that?
Come on.
Well, I mean, like,
Let him tell a story. I want to know why.
I know a lot of people probably don't even give a fuck, but I thought I'd tell everybody. And
No, take it before
Wait, guys, just let him fucking
Let him
speak.
finish,
Let
for
him
fuck's
speak.
sake, guys.
You shouldn't sound funny. You shouldn't sound happy. Guild disbanding isn't good for any one of us.
Alaka.
Go on.
Anyway, basically, the work is just I don't know. I'm gonna keep it long story short. I'm not gonna talk about my personal life and shit, but it's got a little bit too much for me right now. So we're actually gonna go down the route enemy did in the past, where we go small scale, hardcore, be very selective on recruitment. So Morghulis as a community will be like, I guess the big Zerg Morghulis, will be disbanding, but we will come back as something else, I guess, over time. We're gonna go down to low members. Everyone in the guild has to reapply for their position. We are gonna be quite strict on recruitment, but basically that is the thing. Like the Morghulis now is gonna be, we're not gonna be sieging for a while, I guess. We'll see how it goes the next couple of weeks, but pretty much that's it, I guess.
Well, I mean, Rocinante will be recruiting if any of your members need him. Yeah, we're getting into Siege Wars a little bit more. So
I mean, come on, guys. Rocinante beat Sovereign 1v1. Come on, go apply. Let's go.
So, Techie, are you guys sticking with the name Morghulis, or are you changing?
To be discussed, I guess. I think we'll probably change though.
Is it Morghulis or Morghulis? Because now I'm just fucking confused.
You guys know.
I don't.
I'm gonna miss you,
Techie.
Techie.
You had like 2 guilds running under your leadership pretty much for the past month. So what's gonna happen to the second one? I guess it was like more casual or something.
Well, the thing was like my Fridays and Saturdays were literally pretty much taken up by kicking people out the guild, inviting other people, kicking other people out, and that was literally my day. I couldn't grind, I couldn't enchant, I could not do shit because that's all I was doing. For 2 days in my week was managing the guild, and my character's progress has just stopped completely. And it's just getting a little bit too much. So that's the reason behind it. But the Harris, I guess they'll still be the backup guild. Like the people in Morghulis that won't make it into the new Morghulis will go to the Harris if they want to stay in the community without joining another guild.
What kind of numbers do you think?
A new Morghulis guild.
What?
Well, you just said it, so.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
You said that people that won't make it into the new Morghulis guild. So you already made a new Morghulis guild. I'm sorry if I missed it if you said it before.
No. Yeah. I mean, we got 3 tier 3 elephants, so we'll keep this guild now.
Okay, you're gonna keep it. Oh, sorry.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
3 tier 3? What?
How do you get those?
How do you have tier 3 elephants?
Basically make the 2 tier 2 fuck.
Techie, tell us your secret.
How do you do that?
Wait, you can make elephants?
Tier 2s,
That's
man,
a
you
thing?
know what I mean.
Send
I don't know, I haven't
people
even
to
touched
shame
it.
of yourself.
So how many people do you think you'll have in like the end stage Morghulis guild then?
We're currently aiming around 40 from 150.
Where are you gonna go with that? Like, is that gonna stay sieges or go node war now? Or
I mean, we'll go node wars. We'll see how it goes from there. If people apply, then they'll obviously go for the strict recruitment process that we're gonna go ahead with. Like before, literally, if they were level 60, which was they would do the arena test, but like if it increased numbers, I would just say, yeah, just get them in. I don't even care at this point. And we were literally just building off numbers. Where now we want to just do it properly and grow, because we have 100-man guild. Like we're bringing 100 men every week. At least 50, 60 of those wouldn't have 3 times villa buffs or party elixirs and shit like that. I wanted to cut that out completely. I want people to have everything and be prepared. So if the people want to join, that's literally what it's going to be about. It's going to be about people who want to PvP together, who are happy to get zerged by 7 guilds and think, fuck me, that was a great fight, instead of let's just throw bodies at guilds until we win.
So you are not disbanding, you are reforming.
Yeah, I guess that's the better word for it.
Rebranding the Morghulis experience for the future.
Exactly.
Yeah, we want to upgrade from ranchers to giants.
Yes.
That's a big step, man. I mean, we're still not there.
Cyclops.
Tell me if I get this right. Basically, you want quality over quantity, and the main thing is because it was taking too much time for you to manage 100-man guild.
I mean, yeah, because literally I finished work today, and I had 101 messages in my PMs on Discord.
That's a very specific number.
It was 101 exactly.
You could have just blocked those people and kept on with your guild.
Don't you have officers to do work?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean the officers do a lot too. I don't know Soka, but you get spammed all day as well, right?
I do. I get lots of PMs every day.
It's a lot of work, man. A lot of things, a lot of work. So It's just something. It's a new project I want to take on. Something which isn't going to take much time because the guild know exactly what they want to do and how they want to progress. I don't have to micromanage people telling them that they have to get villa buffs or they have to level up to 59. People know what they should be doing and they should just be doing it.
You should have spoken to Lemon, and he could have worked out a chat macro for you to use in your guild management activities.
To be honest, I did not see this coming though. Like,
yeah, I didn't either.
The amount of work that you put in to get your guild, having like 95 to 100 people show up to every siege, and now this happens. I'm like really confused about like what made you like in the end decide this. Like I know that you had like you didn't have the time or the will anymore to lead those 150 people, but still like you spend a lot of time in making this happen to where you are now. So it's like it's kind of weird.
But then
Basically,
again, I mean, you don't want two jobs. You don't want to, go to work and then come home and not being able to play the game. You want to be able to come home and actually enjoy the game as well.
Yeah, that's pretty much it exactly. I mean, this game has been my life for the fucking past year now. I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate to this. The game just takes over everything. And once you're managing a guild on top of that, it just becomes very hectic. And like I'm coming home from work, I'm just doing BDO, and that's all I'm doing. I'm like, that is my life at the moment. I want to be able to come home and actually do enjoy the game and play with people who wanted the same experience as me. It's kind of like this Morghulis has been the same since the day one. Like we've always been the same. We've always recruited. We've never stopped anything. I mean, some of the people on the Jordan can say like Morghulis really hasn't changed. We just got more numbers and more active numbers. I want a new experience for myself. I haven't experienced anything else other than Morghulis, so that's what I want to do.
I mean, I don't know how to say it without sounding rude, but I think it's kind of selfish. Like, wouldn't it have been better to like give the guild away to someone else and not? I mean, because you've kind of taken away another siege guild from an already slightly depleted siege guild server.
When I made the announcement, the offer was there for anybody in the guild who did want to.
Right, that's what I was going to ask. Did you make the?
Yeah, the offer was there. Yeah, I would have just gone my separate way and made a new thing myself, but
and no one took it.
No man, nobody wants this responsibility.
Of course, it's kind of a unfortunate coincidence that you get three tier 2 elephants and this one. It's like.
I mean, like
sure
I didn't have
tier
this
3.
planned. I literally didn't have this planned. Like it wasn't all. It just wasn't gonna be planned for weeks. It's literally been a couple days. I've been thinking about it, and today it just got a little bit too much. So I thought, fuck it. And that was why we was fucking around on the siege today. That's why we didn't take it serious.
I mean, there's a serious lack of guild leaders in this game that want to run competitive guilds. So
we should all have like a big orgy and clone the babies that come out.
Malaka Xenocrat, if we clone you, we are fucked.
We just have roleplay every siege. It would be great.
Everybody would have fun.
A lot.
Really sad if you just disappear, TK.
I mean, don't get me wrong. The plan is we will do what you guys did. Literally, what you guys go to Serendia, get zerged by 4 or 5 guilds. That's what we're gonna do. That is the literal plan.
You need to be good to do that. Too.
Yeah, but you can't do that, man.
We'll see. We'll see how it goes.
Nothing to do with the Valencia investment notes.
Yeah, pretty much I'm banned.
So what does that mean to? I mean, it was never like only Morghulis or Millennium mentioned in sieges. It was always your alliance that made you guys strong. And
so what are Millennium doing?
The alliance is, I guess, not gonna happen.
What happens to Millennium now if TK is gone?
Jules, he's already replying.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, man. I mean, we are obviously not strong enough to take out a guild like Sovereign or Addicted alone, so we're stumped. Like, we don't know. We'll guess either it's the potato farms or we'll try our luck somewhere. I don't know. I haven't.
See you next week. See you next week, I guess.
Yeah, we'll see. So yeah, I'm kind of bummed. I think I'm like most sad of all, to see TK making a guild like this. But I feel him, I have been in his shoes sometimes. There's a lot of semi-hardcore guilds out there that can relate. You have to tell people, hey, you got a level 59 now, stop slacking, go get the villa buffs and all that shit. I mean, it gets tiresome at one point.
What efforts did you make, Lone Wolf, to Techie so that he wouldn't abandon you in your time of need?
Yeah.
You should have seen the lobby earlier. Like he was down on his knees and everything. Like Techie got the best head of his life, and Techie still said no, it's still not good enough. I'm sorry, Lone Wolf.
I think we did a poem for next week.
Me and Lone Wolf are pretty much guild. Like I don't know. On this game, we've been speaking for so long now. We literally talk to each other every day. It's kind of sad that we never got to be in a guild together, but
one day, maybe.
One day, maybe. Yeah. But at the moment, I'm sure Millennium will do perfectly fine without us. There's a lot more guilds out there like us. Lone Wolf, Millennium are a strong guild. They're still a top guild. Don't get me wrong, but there's just such a big gap between the top and like the top 1 and the top 6, 7. It's huge.
So maybe we'll see Millennium bringing out another guild from nodes and into the siege scene, because there are a lot of guilds that do nodes but don't do sieges.
I don't know, man. I mean, keeping an alliance is not an easy task.
Guys, these guild leaders are running a guild for 1 year straight. That's a lot of work. It's very tiresome after a while. I can relate to what they're saying, but I mean, what TK is saying is completely true. I mean, you return from sometimes from work and you have second work, and you have some retards slacking because every guild has a bozo inside. I mean, you have to tell him, go to that, get the villa buff. No, I don't know where it is. I have to ping it to you. I have to show it. How much money? I can't carry it.
I know that feel. I know that feel. Exactly.
You have those in enemy?
Yeah,
you have exactly that bozo that says, I can't carry 5 million, I'm overweight.
Described my Saturday night.
You do incentive, the people get like 100 mil at tier 4, and then the next day is like, I don't have money for villas, and you're like, dude, incentive was yesterday, what the fuck? And they've just blown it all on fucking ogre rings and shit like that.
Probably a time to announce that Morghulis are bankrupt. We have 300k in the bank.
You what? It all on elephants.
What?
Elephants cost a lot of money, man.
Yeah, we know they do, but what the fuck, man? You had a castle.
By the way, can we link stuff in the Twitch chat? Is that enabled?
Yep.
I want to just link something for the Millennium Morghulis conspiracy.
Not again, your elephants.
No.
What is this?
It's great.
Great.
So that's it. Millennium killed us. It's confirmed.
Exactly. You're killed by Millennium. It was all planned at the Millennium barbecue.
Lone Wolf, how fucking could you do this to Teke of all people? Come on.
It's the Millennium curse. Every ally we had just to spend that time. Like, starting from, what was it? Avalon and then Asura. Old Jordine guys maybe remembers.
You did it to
Started
Sephora.
with Niflheim to Sephora, yeah. They all just popped, man. No Morghulis.
Well, so Sephora did the exact. Well, Morghulis are now doing the same thing Sephora did, and well, rip Sephora. Hopefully, it doesn't go the same way for you guys.
Sephora didn't disband or to reform like with strong people. Like they just zerg tier 1 nodes with 2 guilds. Like
Tactics.
the Zakon guilds.
Anyway, PK, I hope you guys succeed on what you do.
Yeah, I
It's
hope
a
it goes well
very,
for you, man.
That's probably like
Yeah,
I said it already on the podcast. I think if the guilds were capped at 50, this game would be funnier for everyone involved.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I
Look
guess.
at you, actually.
Thanks.
you're definitely gonna have more fun, probably.
Less desync as well and the lag.
I feel like crying now.
I am genuinely so distraught.
A tear trickling down my cheek.
All right, guys, you have anything else to discuss?
How old are you, Swiper?
I'm 28.
And what are you wearing?
Nothing.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Close the podcast. Or open the face cam.
Techie,
One of the two.
One question: did your guild know that did like your normal members know that you were disbanding before this podcast?
Yes.
Yeah. You like
Okay.
just the podcast.
Okay, I didn't know if you just announced it on the podcast kind of thing, and then I'm like, well, what the fuck?
Actually,
So what tier
things-
3s do you think Osef, and Osef are going to place on tomorrow?
Man, fuck those kids.
It's so annoying that those fuckers are getting tier 3s all the time.
Because they build on each one, and
Yeah,
if
I
it,
know.
if it doesn't work out, they just don't come, man.
The most
You
annoying
get
thing
all
is when
formed
you,
up.
Parma war and it's all.
the most annoying thing is when you see one fort pop up on your node and you bring fucking everyone with like full preparation and it's just one castle there with 5 people standing.
And it's awesome.
And they hide the fucking tower as well. It's like,
Yeah,
what the
yeah,
fuck?
they won't place it in the open. They must hide it.
Well, I think the best one was we went on fucking OS Pass and they hid it in a cave. I didn't even know you could place it in there. It took us like 20 minutes to find it. Ridiculous.
But
To be fair, I don't
know
think it's
that,
their fault. I don't think it's their fault.
I know that ShadowElite already knows this, but if you're not a Croxus guild, you don't know Nihilum probably. But Nihilum are making a comeback. They got an empty tier 3 node. They beat Addicted and they beat Enemy 2v1. So you guys should be very careful about.
They're the next Odin's Ritter.
Yeah.
The thing is Cleric going to be with him though?
No, Kong already demoted him.
Oh, because Cleric once put on his ghillie suit and wrecked everybody.
When?
A long time ago.
I think if more guilds that participate in T2 actually participated in T3, like guilds would pull like 50, 60.
Well, the thing that
we wouldn't have this.
Well, the drawback with that is that those guilds, if they now end up against like enemy addicted, sovereign, blah blah blah, they're just gonna.
Yeah, it's kind of an issue.
Yeah, I mean, like Techie, from his perspective of being overworked as a GM, you know, like node wars do take some time to organize and prepare, you know, and quite often if you're really focused on the Saturday siege, sometimes you don't want like a really long clusterfuck on a node war. You know, so I can understand that a lot of guilds just stick to tier 2s. You sort of can't really hold it against them.
But it's also really annoying when you spend like I'll get home from work, I'll go rush to get my villas, I'll get all my prep work for Node War, I'll be scouting, and then like it starts and it's like, you know, a 2-man guild on a tier 3, and I've spent like 2 hours preparing for it. It does trigger me that.
It's so imbalanced though, isn't it? Like there's so many like huge guilds going for tier 1s and tier 2s, and then tier 3s just end up left.
I think part of the issue is there's no way for anyone to make any other money. Like all the guilds that can't really fight, they have to get money somehow.
Yeah, like one OSEF actually responded on that thread. They said they're doing it because Cacao removed their ability to craft guild crates. So it's their only way to get money for the guild, which I guess is fair enough.
They can do the sea hunting though.
Oh yeah, like small scale guild galley hunts. There must be so much money in that. I'm thinking like 5-10 man guild, and you do incentive winning over some.
There's a shit ton money that can be made with that.
You need to be 30 and have a node.
Maybe that's what.
Yeah, you need 30 on a node. Yeah, Tekka just wants all the fucking money for himself. I see through your boy.
Dude, that's 300k, man. What the fuck?
That's what you say to everyone.
Yeah, that's it. He means like 300 million. That's what he's actually meaning.
It is actually 300 million. Holy fuck, I'm so retarded.
You see, he's been lying to us this whole time.
So guys, since Twitch chat kind of reminded me about this, what's everyone's take on militia system? Do you think it will be good for us?
It's gonna be amazing, hopefully.
It'll be shit for those guilds that say no politics. Straight up. Just look
like,
at enemy.
Unless, like, I think enemy's biggest like downside about this is like when Harmony was a huge Zerg, that was close to enemy in terms of like strength. They had a lot of fanboys, and I think all those fanboys would have defended them in the militia. But I don't think they have that many people that would just go and defend them for no reason. Actually, probably quite the opposite.
Can you pick which? I think I've been sleeping now. Like, wait, can you pick where you go as a militia?
As far as I know, from what I've heard, let's say you are a 40-man guild. You want to attack Calpheon. I think you need to have a node in the region. Correct me if I'm wrong.
That's if they defend.
Okay, if you defend, you have to have a node in the region. So no condition to attack. Just go there.
Yeah, you can just sign up to attack, but to defend, you need to have a node in the region.
Okay. Is it still capped at 100 people, I guess, in total attending or not?
Nope. They have a cap.
No. Like, well, the guild is probably still capped, but you can just swarm.
So basically, I have to do more giveaways on my stream.
No, it's not basically, it's not even a guild. Like, any members from any other guilds can literally just go and sign up and then choose to attack.
But they fight on your side if they're choosing to defend, then surely.
It's basically like another blob which don't take damage.
Okay.
To explain this really fast, it's basically like even if you're not in a big guild or anything, you can still come and join the fight on attacker or defender side without hassle of building a tower and all of that.
Yeah,
the
but
peop-
what I was
the
wondering if
people
it was capped.
The people that are defending can do no damage. They literally just have a shield.
Oh, right. Yeah, I remember them saying that now. Sorry. Yes. So less people are going to be inclined to defend because that's not going to be fun. I get.
They're literally going to be like old school body blocking.
Anyone else want to speak on the matter?
Yeah, I mean, it's gonna be probably more Zergy, I guess.
Yeah.
More people
Yeah, it's gonna
attending.
be more of a slideshow, you mean?
The servers can't handle this shit.
Yeah, what are they playing at? They're gonna have to fix the servers before they introduce that.
But they're not gonna fix the
No,
servers.
it'll be fine.
That's never gonna happen, man.
Well,
That's why they keep bringing out new classes and stuff. So they're trying to get our attention away from the server problem that is still there.
It can't be that fucking hard to fix a service.
Apparently it is.
Money.
They make them enough money off me
Yeah.
alone buying pearls. Fucking hell.
Exactly. They just don't want to spend that money again. You know, they just want to keep it.
Yeah, how many people are doing siege? Like, it's such a small percentage of the population. It's even if everyone that does siege will leave the game, that probably wouldn't even notice.
No, siege is such a small percentage as well. Yeah.
Yeah, we are the minority.
Like a
it's
few
not,
hundred people a week.
It's a small percentage, but at the same time, it's a big percentage of the active population because you have this active population doing sieges, but half of the game is while you are AFK. So,
I mean, the majority of siege guilds are just filled with level 60s AFK processing for 6 days a week and then fighting on a Saturday. I wouldn't say we're a huge part of the active population. I'd say we're quite a small part.
just spam the forums.
I think
the
you could argue that because we have like the biggest Twitch viewers are all active PvPers and Siege guilds, and Node Wars and Siege get the most viewers, that yeah, we are quite a big part. But I don't think they really give a shit about that because they just want the money at the end of the day.
Wiggles needs to use his Twitch pin to fight for our cause.
What am I trying to do?
Get better servers.
Better servers.
Oh yeah, I can do that. No problem.
It's your fault if you don't have good servers.
Yeah, I'll fix it. Don't worry, boys. I got you.
So basically,
like,
if we don't have new servers, just blame Wiggles.
Yeah, like when the pay-to-win drama was going on, like almost every guild, at least in Alice, I think in every server, changed the logo to pay-to-win.
Yeah.
Pretty much everyone in the game had like anti-pay-to-win flag in every major city, and that's like.
And what did it do?
No one like. Yeah, they didn't give a fuck. Like,
Yeah.
Can we have that for the biggest impact we can have?
Can we have that for fixed servers? Yeah, and fixed Valk Shield.
Oh,
Yeah,
fuck
they just don't
fuckers.
give a fuck. I mean, maybe they do, but it's sad that they don't communicate it. Like I know, at least in the Lakari stream, I know a GM was watching, but they just don't communicate with us. Like zero.
Well,
maybe Wiggles can actually do get some.
They have to be careful what they say. Though,
Communication.
Don't they? They have to be very careful.
Yeah, but I mean, just they probably know like why there are these issues and why they cannot fix it. They probably know. And if they don't know, I would rather just know that they don't know.
They can't fix it. Yeah, exactly. I know.
You can always
Thinking
depend
we're-
on them on fixing your horse costume, though.
That's what we need, man. That's
After
what I
they
need.
fuck
As
it
long
up.
as my horses work, don't give a fuck.
Yep. So, all right, guys, shout out time, I guess.
Shout out to Blue Fuchs. He says he is naked and loves Mituko.
Shout out to Sovereign gifting us the castle, just like Addicted did a couple weeks ago. Cheers to that, guys.
Shout out to Pestle. When I owned him on Twitch, he rage quit, declared war, and is now getting villa buffs. That'll be fun.
Oh, you're not gonna have fun. He's gonna.
I'll just send Mark after him.
And elixirs as well.
Our ninja kills him, and when he asks for 1v1, he says "fuck you" and like runs away. It's quite funny.
Shout out to Teke. He's now leaving. I mean, seriously, you really had an impact on the siege scene the last weeks since server merge. So yeah, no, I'm really honest about that. Like, really, I'm super sad. If you really retire from what you did so far, shout out to you. You did a good job, whatever you did. it's not my style doing the alliances and so on, but you did a good job, what you did. So I'm really sad if you leave, and nothing but good luck to you, man.
I love you, Jules.
I love you too, man.
Yeah.
He's intimidated because you're becoming a new enemy. He's scared as shit. Like the Ember bandwagon is just gonna all come to you. Like just link some recruitment message somewhere.
Sorry,
Okay.
sorry. I just got a private message. What did you say? Can you repeat it, please?
No, I just wanted to shout out to all the enemies that get triggered too easily by my words. I actually mean everything I say. I'm not trolling ever.
Anyway, I wanted also to do a shout out to TK. Yo, TK, I'm really like sad we didn't ally earlier. I mean, I missed out a lot, man. I should have allied just earlier before Sephora and all that. But it was fun, you know.
And you chose Sephora over me, Lone Wolfman.
Yeah, that was the biggest mistake. Our guild's chemistry was so good, man. Like we never had that before. So yeah, man. Good luck with everything. I hope we manage to do something in game sometime.
Yeah, thanks, man. I mean, we'll still be around, so you'll see us around still.
Yeah, all right.
You can now kiss.
Shout out to this Valk from Buccaneers who keeps following me around. Vacuum cleaner. I'm fairly certain she's stalking me.
Shout out to NA for being AP monkeys.
Shit, you just did not. You should have known. I should have told you, man.
Somebody has to start it again.
You
just made a huge
mistake.
It's probably already clipped, guys.
Yeah.
Macari's gonna be yelling at you.
Well, no, he can't get mad at me because I'm like a 5-month subscriber. Like,
Do you think when we made the colonies, we knew how bad at this game they would be in the future?
Actually, Swiper, like I don't bother watching an NA podcast because like even though you do it, so it's probably good, but you know, it's NA. So like, what do you think of NA? Like, what are your thoughts after doing the podcast?
Loud.
I've been playing Terra in NA because European servers of Terra were pretty much shit back then. And I don't know, I kind of enjoyed the drama, and like Vigil said, I just keep calm. I sit back and enjoy the shit show.
It's just they're so loud. Like, how can you be that angry at a video game?
Seriously, that guy from Baka was like my spirit animal. He's fucking awesome.
That's what
I think
the
if you
fun
had
for
Trump,
them, though, because I mean that's kind of the thing, because they put a lot of passion into the game, and that passion shows on podcasts and in their game. That's why they trash talk about. Yep, that's why they trash talk each other and all of that. But like the consequence of that is that they actually have like real fucking enemies in the game, you know. Like they really want to go and fuck up somebody just because they said that they suck.
I'm not sure we would want that here.
Well, we can start smack talking each other.
Wayne, you're gay.
Oh, no, you just.
No, don't insult Wayne. No. Insult Wiggles.
If I wasn't in the middle of the Rossi, I would fucking kick your balls in.
Guess what, Wayne? You can't rap.
Okay, even I didn't go that far. Man, calm down.
Volker?
Mm-hmm.
How old are you?
12, apparently. No, I'm 26.
Am I like the
That was
youngest
a
here
vicious.
or what?
No, you're not.
Everybody's
How
over
old are you?
25.
I'm
22.
I'm 24.
I'm 23.
20.
I'm still younger.
I'm just not going to talk.
What do you get? What do you
Marcus,
guessing?
how
How
old
old
are you?
am I?
You're 28, Jules.
Come
Let's
on,
have your
guess.
age on
It's
stream.
turning into a game of Guess Who.
26, Jules?
No.
Jules is 24.
No.
46.
No.
Ah, am I
Kinda
close?
Yeah.
Oh, what? 38.
What?
Wait, what? No, have you seen?
I don't think anyone under 30 wears gunners.
52.
Well, he's almost 30.
I love you, Jules.
I'm 29.
Damn.
I'm pretty sure
You're
I've been
like me,
29
what
for
the
like
fuck?
4 years now.
So I've
Wait,
got
you're actually
Isn't that
29.
obvious? Isn't that obvious?
So I've got 5 years to aspire to be like you. We got this, man.
To be fair, before you stream, I didn't think anyone would have worn gunners.
I thought it was just a thing
He proved
sponsors
you
did, if I'm
wrong.
honest.
Do they actually help though? Those glasses?
No, I'm just superstitious. But I ordered these. I ordered these glasses 4 years ago when I was playing League of Legends, and I stuck in Silver 4. Yeah, and I got these glasses, and I made it all the way to. I made it all the way to Diamond 1 in like 2 weeks. Yeah, and since then, whenever we have a siege, I just put on these glasses, and I don't know. Usually, I'm a super shy guy, and I can't talk to people and stuff. Yeah, and then I put on these glasses, and I'm like, okay, let's go, pushing on the ping.
I've missed Jules a lot.
I don't know.
Where have you been?
I'm so sad that you deleted your mod.
It's just these glasses that do it to me.
How much were they?
Is this a paid advertisement, Jules?
How much were they, Jules?
If the company, whoever creates these glasses, listening,
please
I'm all
contact
up
Jules,
for an
guys.
advertisement deal.
All I'm saying is if they introduced a pair of those glasses into the in-game shop, they'd make a fucking fortune.
Jules glasses.
Yeah,
Jules
Jules
glasses.
Jules glasses.
I'd fucking buy them.
You'd be able to see so well at nighttime as well.
Guys, if you order those and get asked what the fuck, just tell them that you want the same that Jules have.
I want Diamond 1.
Diamond 1.
Well, this was a fun podcast.
Since we're still about to do shoutouts.
Shout out
A couple of weeks ago, I had that GVG idea about the Western Guard Camp, and Aragon picked that up and included that in his events idea. Like, if you're a guild leader, just take a look on what he wrote on the official forum, and maybe we can have some fights around Western Guard Camp. We also have a map on Olvia. So we just get some PvP done. And
please, no. Not again.
No, yeah. Yeah, my guild hates it. My own guild hates it. I had that idea in my own guild.
Just don't do it in the middle of a node war, because people will be very angry at you if you leave a node war in the middle to go Western Guard Camp GVG.
That only happened to Oldskool.
Yeah.
And they did it on their... I don't know, it was their choice to do it.
We got paid. By Addicted.
Shout out to Pestle at Location Track, trying to find our ninja now. He's going
So
all
if
in.
you just PM him, like an adult, he will go and 1v1 you. You don't need to do all this stuff.
Alright guys, so to wrap this up, check out Aragon's events on new forums. I think there's like a naval combat battle going on tomorrow.
Yeah, no one comes to that.
Well, if people would, I think he would be happy.
We did, but no one else was there. It was really boring.
Also, check out his latest tournament. I guess there will be another one this month. And in general, just follow the link he just linked and check out the events that he's hosting. Hopefully, you will enjoy at least some of them. Shout out to Twitch chat for being top level cancer today, almost beating Dota. I love you guys. And shout out for everyone who's here today with us. Thank you guys for coming every week.
Thanks, Viper.
And that's about it, I guess. So see you all next time, guys. Bye. Oh, and the Nate podcast is happening today. Yep.
In 5 hours.
I'm going to bed. Fuck that. I stayed up last time. It was a bad decision.
Cheers, guys. See you later.
Yeah.
Good
See you
night.
guys. Cheers.
Night.
Night.